Now this is the file system interface. So what is the open file locking? Okay. So whenever we start, we choose a new file. Then there is also system so that we can lock that file or we can also lock the folder. So whenever we are going to implement a new file or the folder with the help of the operating system, because all the management will be done by the operating system. So some operating system and file systems have reader or writer locks, okay, so that particular person can only read the files, okay, or can open the few folders if there is some security system, so that the user or the end user cannot read or write or open the files or the folders. So similarly there are a number of files, so that only read only files, or that we have the options that anyone can edit the file or can read. Okay, so there is a reader or writer logs during the opening of the new files or whenever we want to use the old files. Okay, so there is always some log system. Similarly, there are also some shared log similar to the reader log. Several processes can acquire concurrently. So if there are a number of processes are running, and suppose if we are going to save in a file or the folders, or there are several processes which are concurrently running, then there is a system to log down those files. Okay. Similarly, there are some other type of logs that is called the exclusive log. So similar to the writer log. Okay. So we cannot edit those files. We cannot change or update those files. Okay. So there are several logs, or we can say the security system. So these are also called the security system, which are going to provide two different files, and such type of security system will be provided by the operating system, because uh, the operating system have the capability to provide the security to the files and folders. So similarly mediates access to a file, whether we can access the file or retrieve the data of a file, or we can update that file, or we can do read or write. Okay, so the locking system mediates or provides some sort of access to a file. Okay, otherwise we cannot reach or open the file. So it provides the data security, or any type of updation is required, then the log system mediates access to a file. So whether it is a mandatory or advisory. Okay, so there are two things. We can say it is conditional, okay, mandatory, essential, or advisory. So it has both facilities, because sometimes if the file or the contents of the file is not so much important, so that we are not going to provide the security to the files or the folders. Okay, so we can say sometimes if the files or the data or information is important from the point of view of some organization, if the data is secure, or the data which is very important, or the, we can say sometimes we are going to collect the public data, and it is not shareable. So sometimes we use some security system, or otherwise we use as a advisory. Okay. So mandatory access denied to depending on logs held and requested. So we always use some sort of logs, and mandatory if it is, then access is denied. Okay. So that nobody can share the data due to the security system or the importance of that particular data. Okay, so when it is mandatory, means you are not going to provide the access to anybody else. Okay, so you have some sort of password, and you will provide some password, and then the only a concerning, we can say the end user can open that particular file. Okay, advisory processes can find a status of logs and decide what to do. So in this case, it is sort of advice, and the processes can find a status of logs. Means we have the facility of logs, but we are not going to provide, and it is up to the programmer or the user whether first we will check that the data is important or not, or we can share the data with others. Okay, so there are a number of logs which we can use with the files and folders. Now there are different here file type and usual extension and what are the different functions. So executable file, you are already aware that we always use .exe. Okay, so .exe, .com, .bin or none out of these. So these are the usual extension for the executable file type. What are the functions for these? Ready to run machine language program. So sometimes these are the, we are going to write the program, okay, in a particular high level language, and after that it is translated at the end into the machine language. Okay, so this is also called the ready to run machine language program, because at the end the program is always converted into the machine language, because the computer can understand only the machine language program. Similarly, the object file, the extension for this is obj, or sometimes we can also use o. So source code, what is the usual extension? CC, CC, Java, or pass ASM. So these are the various for the batch file type, .bat or .sh. We can use text, .txt, .doc. Okay, word processor, so WP, text, RTF. We always use some like .tex, .rtf, .doc. Okay, so I am not considering here dot, because it is understand, you can understand this, and this is common one. So the extension we always use with the dot sign. So .wp, .text, .rtf, .doc. Library, similarly .lib, .a, .so, DLL. Okay, .dll. These are called the library of routines for programmers, because we are going to choose some ready-made, the programs or the routines from the library directly. So print or view, we can use this, okay, for the view purpose. So whether it is an extension containing .pdf or .ps, .jpeg. So ASCII of the binary file in a format for printing or viewing. Archive, we use the extension for this is .zip, .tar, .r. So related files grouped into one file. So here, these are the various files, and these are grouped into one file. So sometimes compressed for archiving or storage. So here just we are going to store at one place. Okay, so it is the compressed uh, group of files. .zip, you are already aware, we use, and multimedia file MPEG or MOV or RM, MP3, AVI. Okay, MPEG, MP4 like this. So binary file containing audio or here this audio or video information. So these are the various file extension which we can use, and now we can provide the logs to them. Okay, so how we are going to provide the security with such type of extension, and what are the various functions? How we are going to provide the logs to them or the security to them? Now here, these are the various. Here you can check the non-sequence of words or bytes here. Simple record structure, lines, fixed length, variable length. Now these are the various file type, and how we are going to choose the name length. So it may contain the number of lines or fixed length, variable length. It may be complex structures. So it may be a formatted document or relocatable load file. So can simulate last two with first method by inserting appropriate control characters here. Who decides this? Now how we are going to choose the file name or everything here. So whether it is a formatted document or relocatable load file. So it is decided by the operating system. So main is the operating system who will decide this, and now it contains a program. Okay, so it is also based on the program. So if you are going to choose the file name, so it will depend on the program, what type of program you are writing. Okay, and mainly it is decided by the operating system. Now program means what type of program you are using, whether it is a Java based or the Word file or MP4, MP3, audio, video. So this is called the nature of the program or the type of program, and what type of operating system you are using. So that can be decided by these two. It is very important that how we are going to choose the file name or file type. Then it will depend on the operating system or the program. Now here the sequential file, how we are going to check this. Now this is the current position, okay, of the file. Here you are existing. Now it is whenever this file is running, then it is called the beginning of the file, and this is the end. So it is a structure in which you are going to store your data. So this is called the current position, and from this current position, why this is called the rewind, just you can retrieve this data, or you can return to this at initial stage. So this is called the rewind, or here read or write. So that you can do both the things, you can read or write. Okay, so the logs are available here, and that can be used for the read purpose or for the write purpose or for both. Okay, so no other user can read or write, or it is up to you to what, whether it is a read only file, or this may use for both read or write. Okay, so this is the sequential file. Now here just you can see how you are going to use this method here. For this can be built on top of base methods. So it is just I am leaving this, it is not too much important. I am not going in the deep. Now here, these are the various example you are going to choose. There are two types of, here you are going to maintain the logical record, last name, or this is the number. Okay, here you can use. So these are the last name for the author here, or the file name who is working here. So we are going to maintain the record in the index file. So these are the file name, okay, last name of for the author, and it is storing here. So this is called the logical record, and this is the relative file where you, for which you are developing the data. So if you are going to develop the data for this Smith, here the John, another author, and what is the social security number and age. So this is the complete name for John Smith. Okay, just here the last name, but the complete name is Smith John. So this is the here surname John is Smith, and this is the complete name John Smith, and this is the data related to this row. Okay, so social security number or age. So the complete data will settle into the relative file here, and this is the index file which will give you the logical record only. Now here the directory, how you are going to form, and how you are going to create the number of files from the directory. So this is the directory structure. We can say collection of node containing information about all files. Okay, so these are the here directory. We can say these the root. Okay, Here you are going to create the directory. So this is called the root side, okay, or we can say root nodes, collection of nodes containing information about all files. So directory have information about all files. Now this directory contains number of files, okay, F1, F2, F3, F4 up to Fn. Okay, so these are various directory. Their directory may contain a number of files. Okay, so both directory structure and the files reside on the disk. So secondary storage, okay, or we can say the hard disk or the external hard disk, it may contain a number of directories. Okay, so directory, what is the directory? A directory may contain a number of files. Okay, so we can say the folder and file. So a directory may contain folders and a folder may have or may contain a number of files. Okay, so how the operating system is going to maintain the directory structure on the disk. Okay, so this is the way how the operating system is managing the directory structure and storing number of files on the disk. So in this fashion, a number of files can be stored on the disk, but under a particular directory structure. So operating system have directory structure. Okay. So as per directory structure, it will vary from operating system to operating system. Okay. So the directory structure will be different for all operating system. Now, how you are going to do the partition? So whenever we have the disk, and disk can be subdivided into number of partitions. So whenever you are going to purchase the hard disk, okay, then for the safety purpose, just you will divide the hard disk into number of partition. Why? For the safety purpose. Okay, so whenever you are going to use the hard disk in the desktop or the laptop, then you will first format that disk, and after that you will do the number of partitions. Why? To provide the safety or to provide the security to the data. Okay, sometimes if the disk will crash, okay, under any circumstances, then you can save the data into other regions. If you have already divided or subdivided into number of partitions, then you can save or secure the data on other regions. Okay, so you can divide into different partitions like C, D, E, and so on. It is up to you. Okay, so the what is the maximum capacity of the disk and how you are going to divide the hard disk. Okay, so that if you are going to provide the safety, so better you have to subdivide into number of partition. So disk or partition can be RAID, RAID. What is the RAID? Redundant array of independent disk. Okay, so disk partitions. What is the another name? It is used, that is called the RAID, RAID. That is the redundant array of independent disk, protected against failure. Okay, so that you can save or secure your data, because it is providing protection against the failure. So sometimes failure occurs, so that you can secure your data on other parts or on other regions. Or sometimes the virus came into existence, or due to the other defects, you can save the other partitions. So disk or partition can be used raw, okay, without a file system or formatted with a file system. So sometimes if you are dividing into number of partitions so that you can use the file system or formatted with a file system, without a file system or formatted with a file system. So sometimes you are not using any file system, okay, because nowadays you are using a criteria for a particular file system, that is the NTFS, okay. So as per the operating system, you are going to choose the methods, whether it contains a file system or without a file system. So partitions also known as mini disk or slices. Okay, so you have a large disk, okay, the large space, large area, and then you are going to divide into number of parts. So those parts or those regions are called the mini disk. Okay, so each particular region acts as a mini disk, or you can say slices. Okay, so each slice or each mini disk have some safe area, okay, divided into number of parts, and each mini disk will contain a secure or safe area. So if only single area is going to finish due to the existence of the virus, then the remaining part of the disk will, we can say, remains good, okay. So because we are going to divide into number of slices. Entity containing file system known as a volume. So here is the containing the file system. So the file system, any object here containing the file system, what is called the volume, means how many files are existing in that particular area. Okay, as you are going to divide your disk into different portions, different partitions, different slices or different mini disk, then each slice or mini disk is called the volume. Okay, so a volume may contain a number of here file system. Okay, so each volume containing file system also tracks that file system information in device directory or volume table of contents. So it may have the table of contents. So volume means volume table of contents. It stores a number of files. Okay. So as well as general purpose file system, there are many special purpose file system. Frequently all within the same operating system or computer. So it has general purpose file system or special purpose file system. Okay. Now all exist within the same operating system or computer. Okay. So either we can use the general purpose file system or the special purpose file system. Now this is the position. Okay. How we are going to divide. Now this is the disk one. Okay. So disk one, it contains the directory. Okay. And directory have a number of files under a particular directory. So a directory may contain a number of files. So this area, okay, here dedicated for number of files. Just we are going to store a number of files under the directory. Again, another directory, it may contain also a number of files. So this is called the partition A, partition B. Okay, so this is the disk. And how we are going to divide. So this is the disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, okay, partition A, partition B, partition C. So in this way, just we are going to divide the new disk into various partitions. So partition A, B, C, now you can see, or here this complete portion, this is called the disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. Okay. So in this way, just we are going to divide our new hard disk into number of directory, number of files, number of mini disk, number of slices. Now here again we can see the types of Here file system, we have already discussed about the general purpose file system. We are aware what system frequently have may file system some general and special purpose. Okay, so these are the other we can say the OS here system. Consider Solaris has TMPS, OBJFS, CTFS, LOPS, procs, UFS, ZFS. So these are the file system. Okay. Now TMFPS for Solaris system, memory based volatile. FS for fast or temporary IO. Okay. So this is the volatile file system for fast or temporary IO input output. So mostly we use TMPFS. But in case of the Solaris, so another is OBJFS interface into kernel memory to get kernel symbols for debugging. So there are various types of file system. Okay, so there are various types of here file system which we can use in the Solaris system with the Solaris system, and it may vary OS to OS, system to system here. So now here you can see the various operations which we can apply on a file system here. So search for a file. So these are the various operations. Okay. So create a file, delete a file, list a directory, rename a file, traverse the file system. So these are the various operations. Okay, which we can implement. So first is the search. Whenever we are searching any file, okay, so this is one of the operations on the file management system. Or we are going to create a file, or we are going to delete a file. So with the help of the command, we can delete or create. Or sometimes we want to list a directory or the directory name. Then in other operating system, unlike the Windows operating system, that is if we are using the DOS operating system, that is the disk operating system, then just there is a need to write the command so that we can find the directory name or the file name. Okay, because the Windows operating system, it is graphic based. Okay, and it has all the facility, and it is user friendly, so that we can change easily the name of the file, or we can find directory here, list or list a directory, or we can delete or create a file easily. Okay, so there are so much facilities with the Windows operating system. Now similarly traverse the file system here. So we can also here traverse the file system, or we can search the file. So these are called the various operations on the files. Now how we are going to, this is the directory is organized logically to obtain the efficiency. Okay, locating a file quickly, naming convenient to users. Now we can locate a file quickly. So it will depend on the size of the file, or that is how many files the system contains. Okay, so it will directly impact on the efficiency of the machine. Okay, so the complications or the problem arise, or we can say we can get the low efficiency if there are more number of files existing there in the operating system. So it will affect the efficiency of the OS. Similarly, we can choose here the name as per convenience of the users. Okay, so directory here is organized to obtain the efficiency or the name. Okay, now how we are going to consider two users can have same name for different files. Okay, so there may be different files, but the two users can choose the same name. Okay, here just you are going to create the file with the same name. Then if you are doing with the Windows operating system, then we can get the same name, but there we will get just a copy of that. Okay, so that you can create with the same name, but the Windows automatically will change that. Okay, so two users can have the same name for different files. So that files may be different, but we can choose the same name. So the same file can have several different names. So same file, if we have same file, then we can choose a number of names. Okay, we can change name as per need or as per requirement. Now grouping, what is the grouping? Logical grouping of files by properties, that is all Java program or all games. So there is always grouping. Okay, so here we choose one type of files. So whether it is a program files or games files, or in program files, whether it is based on the C programs or Java programs or whatever we are using the programming system. Okay, so there is always grouping of files. Now here you can see how a single directory for all users. Now this is the directory system. Okay. Now there are various here names existing here. Now you can check here, and these are the various files. Okay. So a single directory here, this is the single directory, and it may contain a number of files here. Okay. So single directory we have for all users. Now there are number of users working on the same directory. Okay. There are number of users, but they are working on the same directory, means the same space, okay, reserved in a memory for all users. As you have already seen here, these are the directory, and it may contain a number of files. So this area is reserved. Okay. So it may contain only a single directory, but there are number of files, and file names here may be different. Okay. So as per, it will depend on the number of users. Okay. So number of files under a single directory. Now we have a naming problem or grouping problem. Now in this case, if the directory is single, then we may face the naming problem or the grouping problem, because sometimes this programmer or the user is writing a program using C compiler, and this is Java compiler, and this is working on the Word file, and this is on some other Visual Basic, okay, or VB. Now here the problem may arise to form the group. So we may face the grouping problem, or the operating system will take more time, okay, to do search or to form the group names. Okay, here the grouping problem. And in this case, the efficiency of the system may decrease. Okay, now here we can see separate directory for each user. Now in this case, there is a master file directory. Now here you can see there are number of users, user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. Okay, there are various user. Now this is called the master file directory. Now this master file directory, it has a number of users. Okay, so there are some space reserved for user 1, space reserved for user 2, user 3, and user 4. What is the directory? Directory is nothing but the space occupied or allocated in the memory, okay, for a particular user. Now these are the various, here we can say the space allocated for a number of users. Then this is called the master file directory. Now this is the user file directory. So user 1 may have this directory again. So this is the master file directory, and this is the user file directory. Okay. Now in this case, here we can see it contains the path name. Okay, because This is the user file directory, and this directory may have a number of files. Okay. Now no grouping capability here. Now in this case, no grouping capability, efficient searching. Now here we can search easily. But in that case, in the preceding case, the searching is very difficult and it may take more time. Okay. And we cannot form a number of groups there. So here we have a path name and can have the same file name for different user. Okay, because we have the master file. So here can have the same file name for different user. Now here we can use a number of users, but they may have the same file name. But here user is different. Now they have the same file, then no problem will come. This is the test, another file, here another file. Okay, similarly, it has the data file, again the data file, but the number of user is different here. Okay, the file name is same. Data is again we are using here, again we are using the data files under the user file directly, but no problem will come. So efficient sir.
सर जाहिद जाहिद सर की क्लास है सर.
अच्छा अच्छा, okay, no problem. Now I am taking your attendance here. Okay, now I am handing this, no problem.